In a town known for corruption, a man comes to record a board meeting, but he will not reach his destination. You saw the beginning. You heard the screams. You even saw the aftermath. But now, it's time to see the whole thing. Maximillionaire here. Let's take a look at the official statement of Sergeant Brad Seifert and see if it matches up to the video. February 15th, 2018, at approximately 9:15 a.m., I was outside the Lebanon County Courthouse 8th Street entrance on a security detail, watching for a vehicle to leave the building per North Lebanon PD's request. A white male, later identified as Charles Lanza, approached the courthouse steps, holding his cell phone camera up in front of him as if he was video recording the outside of the building. I said hello to him, and he went inside the courthouse to the door security monitor station. I watched the male go inside and approach security monitors Pat Shank and Anita Spots. I saw the male place items in the X-ray bin, and then he proceeded to put his cell phone camera up in front of the security monitors' faces as if he was recording them. Pat Shank looked upset and said something to him. I then went inside the courthouse and advised the male that there is no recording, rules posted on the door, in the courthouse, and to put his phone away. The male said he could record if he wanted to, in which I asked him several times to put it away. He refused, and I approached him and told him to give me the phone. The male turned away from me, clutching the phone, pushed his elbows out towards me, and began yelling. I physically armed barred the subject, and he went to put his hand in his pocket. I then restrained him face down on the floor for fear he had a weapon on his person. He tightened his grip and refused to give me his hands. I advised him he was under arrest for disorderly conduct, and he kept pulling his arms away as I tried to handcuff him and reached into his jacket pocket. The subject continued to yell and resist until deputies Duran, Lineweaver, Arnold, Fell, and Hoke showed up and assisted me in getting the subject cuffed. Once the male was safely restrained, I asked the male why he was behaving like this, what his name is, and why he is at the courthouse. He advised he was not telling me his name and that he is a journalist. It was also heard by the other deputies that he mentioned that he was going to the commissioners' meeting and we have no right to search him. Lebanon City Patrolman John Satorsky and Captain Gingrich also responded. The subject was taken to booking with his property and later identified as Charles Lanza. The sheriff requested Patrolman Zatorsky file charges for disorderly conduct in courthouse and resisting arrest. I suffered minor bruising to elbow and knee, which required no treatment.
So guys, I'm down here in Lebanon. We're going to be going to the commissioners' meeting. How you doing?
How you doing?
Good.
Brad,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, just What are you doing?
What do you mean?
Put your cell phone down,
No,
please.
no. Give me your phone.
What do you mean? What are you doing? Get your hands off me!
Sir, you can't record in Put your phone on there. You can't record in the courthouse. It's against the law.
It's a law. It's a...
Screwing around with you. I am not screwing around with you.
Brad, ladies and gentlemen, just come in. What are you doing?
What do you mean?
I advised the male there is no recording in the courthouse. I asked him several times to put it away. He refused, and I approached him and told him to give me the phone.
Put your cell phone down, please.
No. Give me your phone.
Put your cell phone down, please.
No. Give me your phone.
The male said he could record if he wanted to.
What are you doing? Get your hands off me! What are you doing? Get your hands off me!
Sir, you can't record in there. Put your phone on there. You can't record in the courthouse. It's against law.
It's the law.
Here's a picture of the sign that's on the front door. I know it's a little hard to make out, but that first line there says, "No cell phones permitted on the 3rd floor, on or off." Wait a minute. 3rd floor? But he's on the 1st floor. So I decided to look up this law that Sergeant Seifert was referring to, and lo and behold, there was no law. There's only a court order from 23rd day of February 2004, and it prohibits recordings in courtrooms, hearing rooms, and the areas immediately adjacent thereto. It says that cell phones and other recording devices shall not be permitted in any courtroom or court-related hearing room, and such devices shall not be used on the 3rd floor of the Lebanon County Municipal Building. And it says the Sheriff of Lebanon County or any designated court representative is hereby authorized to confiscate any equipment having the capability of audio or visual recording by any means which is in violation of this order. Said device or equipment shall be returned to its owner at conclusion of the court session. There is no court-related hearings done on the 1st floor. They're all done on the 3rd floor and sometimes on the 2nd floor. And on this particular day, there was only one hearing going on the 3rd floor and one hearing going on the 2nd floor. Nothing else was being done. Now, I've also looked up, and there's multitude of photographs and recordings from both the DA and news sources, all being recorded there on the 1st floor of the county courthouse building.
Lebanon County District Attorney Dave Arnold joins us from the county courthouse. And Dave, you've been an outspoken advocate of the law to get these drugs off the streets. Why is this so important to you?
Well, it's important to Lebanon County and really Pennsylvania as a whole because it's such a danger to our citizens.
Lebanon County District Attorney Dave Arnold? Hey, wait a minute. That's the same guy who's personally prosecuting Charles Lanza. Why is the county district attorney prosecuting a misdemeanor case of disorderly conduct? Isn't that the kind of case they normally pawn off on their assistant district attorneys? Don't the district attorneys usually take the huge cases? Why would he be taking this case? Maybe it's because they messed up big time, they know it, and he's trying to protect the county from the lawsuit that is sure to come. In part 2, the lies get even better. We will see the transcript from the probable cause hearing where Sergeant Seifert gets on the stand and testifies.